Signs, 16th of September 2020. Messages, Spirit, please. Fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius in that order. Spirit, please. Taurus. Leo. Scorpio and Aquarius. Okay. Taurus. Yes, it's been a heavy burden. Yes, it's been a uphill climb. But can you see the light at the end of the tunnel there? Not much further. So, and then you can release this heavy burden that you've been carrying. 10 days is mentioned. Might have been in a bit of a fog. Oh, right, there's two cards there, but they've gone sideways. I can't ignore them because it's very important. So, some of you will be already past this point and some of you will be waiting. So really you're at a fork in the road and you can either reunite and celebrate or take a whole new path and don't reunite. It's as simple as that. But there's no going back down that staircase to the darkness where you once was. So whatever your decision is, if you think you're going back to a situation how it used to be, it's not going to happen. Things are going to be very, very different. So you have to decide which path you're going to take. Are you going to stay on the one that you know and possibly stagnate and die? Or are you going to go on to new pastures? There is hope if you stay on the path that you're on, but only if you begin again. And that means forgetting the past, which you're not very good at, and acting as if you've only just begun whatever this situation is. And this card suggests to me that it's time to release that burden. You can't do that anymore because you just can't forget. So, May the 1st is important. Fire sign energy is important. And in fact, it's the only energy that's there. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may be involved somewhere. But you are going to have to decide which is your path and where you're going to go. But there's no going back to the old way of doing things at all. Yeah, because a higher power is at work here and they see that this has been an heavy burden for you and you've done nothing about it. You haven't taken any action whatsoever. So now they're going to take the action. And number 4 is massively important. And you won't have a choice in it, I'm afraid. They will move you. They will make it glaringly obvious that you cannot carry this burden anymore. But they never take anything from you without replacing it with something far, far better. So you are making space for something better to come into your life. You've been warned. Yeah, Rhiannon, somebody being accused of something when they haven't done it. Use your gut instinct. Rhiannon was the Welsh lunar goddess. Rhiannon is beautiful and often rode like the wind on a white horse. There's born 1966, plus or minus 12, February to February may be involved. And one day a man saw her, could not resist her beauty, and after a long chase he caught up with her. They fell in love and got married. Shortly after the birth of their first son, however, Rhiannon was falsely accused of killing him and sentenced to stand at the gate of the castle whilst carrying visitors on her back till she admitted her crime. Some years later, her son, who had actually in fact been kidnapped and was found, Rhiannon was reinstated to her rightful status as queen. During this entire time of the ordeal, Rhiannon remained steadfast in her own truth despite the opinions and judgments of others. You have become the centre of attention, however, it may not be in a positive light. This position you've rarely found yourself in before, and it bears no comfort for you. Usually you're looked upon as someone who can be trusted for your judgment. However, at present you are surrounded by doubters. You have to stand solid in your truth. You know within yourself your decisions have been honourable despite what others may believe. There is other aspects of what is happening in your situation. The bystanders are unaware of the full scope of this because you've been keeping secrets, perhaps to protect others. As a result of your respect for others, you have chosen to keep the details to yourself, which, quite frankly, isn't helping your cause. You have to find it within yourself, the strength and courage to see this through to the end. It's a bit of a rocky road ahead, but you'll quickly triumph and find yourself back in favour with those who doubted you, and they will learn from the lesson of standing strong in their beliefs. However, when they do realise and they do forgive, you should forgive them and move on, because that's not the sort of people that you want in your life. You need people that believe and trust in you, and if it isn't you, it may be someone else. You may have doubted someone. Leo, your cup is overflowing. A brand new love, the conception of a child possibly, but it is a gift from Spirit of joy and unconditional love. 1 month is mentioned. Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. A new beginning, a rebirth if you like. Reciprocity, equal give and take. 6 years, someone has been giving and receiving in equal measures. But now the balance is not so good. There is addictions. Chocoholics, alcoholics, shopaholics, gamblers, Sagittarius energy. Those born on the 14th, living or past it, Fidarian address, massively important in a negative way. This may be about child and a child support. You are being tested, and it is going to test your faith, what you learn. But there are addictions involved in this situation. You will come out stronger on the other side, but this is a lesson that you have to learn about unconditional love. And it's not just, it's your unconditional love of yourself, as well as others. And that is what Spirit are asking you to learn right now, that it can't be a one-way street. There has to be equal reciprocity. If not, it's not for you. So you may be addicted to something or someone that is unhealthy for you. There may be weight gain on the hips and thighs, but it could be an unexpected pregnancy. Yeah, someone may be travelling to the sea. Or across a body of water. To water or across it. And number 7 is mentioned. Someone may be travelling to meet someone, but it's an addiction. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is mentioned. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio and Sagittarius. You may be all at sea and not because of a new love and not know how to handle it, because this is different type of love to what you know. Yeah, a divine message is coming your way. Spirit sending you a message. It's about the throat chakra, which is connected to you. It's about being able to express yourself fully. So you have to be able to say what you think. The divine message, or should I say divine intervention you are seeking, is found within your own self. Yeah, what do I say? Love yourself. You're looking for signs from Spirit and are becoming increasingly dissatisfied as you see Spirit as abandoning you and not giving you the answers you desperately seek. So you're having one of your tantrums inside. That inner child is kicking off. Listen to your inner voices in your head. This is where you will find the wisdom you seek. You are being given the answers, only they're not the answers you want to hear. The messages you blindly ignore mean that change has to occur whether you like it or not. These changes require time and effort on your part, and you're tired. However, somewhere from within you, you have to find the energy to make these changes. If you apply the same energy that you do to avoiding the change, you will make these new changes and find the situation will improve much quicker than you anticipated. Then you can rest and you will finally find the inner peace and contentment you spent such a long time searching for. So we know you don't like change. We know you don't want this to happen, but I'm afraid it has to. Okay? To find your inner peace and self-love. Scorpio, boundaries. You don't want to be in limbo anymore. You've decided you're not going to play the martyr or the victim anymore. You're going to change your point of view and put your boundaries in place. This is a karmic situation. There may have been secrets and hidden enemies, but you're not having it anymore. Issues with the feet and toes. Those born on the 12th, living or past, date for your diary and address, important, and the number 4. So you're just not having it anymore. You're putting your boundaries in place. You know what's right and what's wrong. Pisces energy. Yeah, truth, clarity, success. Cut through the bullshit and get to the point. Oh, whole new beginning. That's fantastic. So now you're no longer sticking in limbo. You can start something brand new and be successful. Truth, unconditional love, everything is a brand new beginning for you, and it's fantastic. Your cup is overflowing with happiness, truth, clarity, and all because you put your boundaries in place. Know what you want and go for it, because Spirit are giving you 2 gifts. The knowledge and the love to go forwards. Know that you are loved and everything becomes clear. Yeah, you have a deep knowing of this. The angels are with you. The owl is the animal totem. The number 43 could be important for some reason. It does add up to a 7. But you deep know deep down you are loved and there is nothing you cannot achieve. Honesty, truth, integrity, love, it all is coming your way because you put your boundaries in place. Coming out of limbo, fantastic. Yeah, Rhiannon, someone who's been falsely accused. Go with your gut instinct. So, Rhiannon was the Welsh lunar goddess whose name was the Divine Great Queen. So, the story goes that Rhiannon found the love of her life. They married and she had a baby. That baby, then Rhiannon was accused of killing. And she had to stand at the castle gates and carry people on her back until she admitted her crime. She refused to do so. She stuck to her truth. And years later, the son was found. He'd been kidnapped. But during that time, Rhiannon stuck to her truth and refused to admit, but she was protecting others and possibly keeping secrets for that reason, possibly to keep her son safe because of the kidnappers. When everyone found out the truth, they immediately reinstated her and started sucking up again. So, you have become the centre of attention like Rhiannon, and it may not be in a positive light. This is a position you've rarely found yourself in before, and it bears no comfort to you. Usually you're looked upon as someone who can be trusted for your judgment. However, at present, you're being surrounded by people who doubt you. So you have to put your boundaries in place. Stand solid in your truth. You know within yourself that your decisions have been honourable despite what others may believe, and there is another aspect to what's happening. The bystanders are unaware of the full scope of this because you're keeping things to yourself. As a result of your respect for others involved, you have chosen to keep the details to yourself, which is not helping your cause. Find within yourself the strength and courage to see things through to the end. It will be a bit of a rocky road, but you will quickly triumph and find yourself back in favour with those who doubted you, and they will learn from you about standing in your beliefs. But you may not want these people in your life when they return, because if they couldn't trust you through all this, then do you really want them in your life? I don't know. You're cutting through the bullshit, getting to the point, and giving yourself unconditional love, if not others. You deep down know what I'm talking about. Aquarius, not walking away, you're stuck. You've decided to give it one more chance. 8 months. Are you staying, thinking things will get better? Or are you staying, planning for that escape? But you are stuck. Whatever you're telling yourself, you're stuck. Because you waited patiently. That knight in shining armour is going to bring you the final cup. And then everything's going to be okay. But this is unhealthy. This is really unhealthy. It could be unhealthy as in health issues. It could be a toxic situation. But somebody's taking they're taking your happiness away. That one cup, he's not coming towards you, he's away. He's leaving. So someone's turned their back on you, but you're not ready to turn your back on them. And that's unhealthy. This is the tarot reader, the psychic, the medium. Those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past date for your diary and address. Negative energy. It doesn't mean that person born on that date, well, it could be, is negative. But it's mainly a negative, deep depressive situation. It could be that medication and diet have something to do with that. It could be that the words you have said, written or spoken have. But you may not be walking away, but somebody is taking their love away from you. There's your truth, their truth, and somewhere in the middle is the whole truth. And secrets are being kept. Not a good situation. Nobody's coming to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. That knight in shining armour certainly isn't. He's on his way out. So, what have you done? Or what have they done? Yeah, chaos and conflict. There's been a right ding-dong, haven't they? But you can't walk away. 33, master number. And if you did, there would be abundance. Don't shy away from this chaos and conflict. It's ridiculous that somebody's left you in the middle of this. Even if they're still on the premises, yeah. Even if they're still on the premises, they have left. They've checked out and you are feeling very alone and stuck. This is somebody that's loved by everybody. It's a story of Baldur that was loved by all the gods. His mum tried to protect him by wrapping him up in cotton wool. But he had an enemy who eventually got him killed by his own brother who was blind. The thing in this that I was talking about earlier, I think it was the past, present and future, but I'm not sure, is that the wife, when he was cremated, he had a Viking funeral, decided to chuck herself on the burning body so she could be with him in the afterlife. What a waste that is. The spirit don't want that, for starters. You don't want that. That's not, there's no purpose in that. You're here for a purpose. So if you're wasting your life chucking yourself on something that's already dead, basically, that's what you're doing. You're living a life that's already over because you refuse to move forward. So, you are renowned for your ability to avoid situations and incidents and come out the other end generally unscathed, and people believe that you have the luck of the gods on your side. You have an amazing knack of being able to see things in a positive manner, but too much. What they don't know is that you hurt like everyone else. Yes, you are hurting a lot. The difference is in your attitude to recovery. It's time to consider telling others of your feelings and experiences so they understand you better. So stop playing the martyr. Stop having a stiff upper lip and not telling anybody. You tell them exactly how it makes you feel. You are a teacher and a role model and need to share your experiences of resilience with others to enable them to understand the positive strategies you use to get through difficult and challenging situations. Your knowledge will motivate others to change their views and give them the opportunity to have better outcomes in their lives. Now, people sometimes think I'm forever going on about splits and everything, but that's what I deal in. So the scenario I have in my head that Spirit's giving me is the mother that's stayed with the dad who's an awkward old bastard, excuse my French, all their lives. And not happy, but that's what they did in them days. So that's what you learn from a small child, is that you put up with the awkward old bugger because it's for better or worse. And then the next generation think, oh, I can't leave because we don't do that. That's not what we do. So again, another life wasted, misery. The next generation comes along and the granddaughter says to the grandma, I'm not happy, Grandma. Now that same grandma would have said to her daughter, oh well, you've made your bed, you'll have to lie in it. But to the granddaughter, she might actually be able to tell the truth and say, because she's older and she knows that her life has been wasted, don't waste your life, darling, on somebody that doesn't appreciate you. Life is for living. So it all depends on what you do and what you say to others. Don't teach your daughters or your sons to stay somewhere they're not happy, because that is just wasting their lives. And I'm not saying abandon kids and everything else, because there's no need to. Not in this day and age. Everybody can be amicable. Everybody can look after each other if they're human beings and they understand what that means. You'll always get the bad apples. You'll always get the rotten apples. But they're the ones that think for themselves and they're the ones that live their lives. I'm not saying be selfish. I'm not saying be horrid. I'm saying live your life to the fullest and make sure that you give the right advice to the right people. Lead by example. Show them how it should be done.